Welcome to GBL Boys Stadium. Today, we welcome the Medford Mustangs to the house. The starting lineup for the Medford Mustangs. Number 17, Nicholas Morris. Number 5, James Camuso. Number 15, Joseph Russo. Number 1, Carter Charon. Number 22, Lucas Dios Goulden. Number 20, Gabriel Kennedy. Number 11, Milo Liu. Number 18, Reed Pacini. Number 3, Cooper Sue. And in net for the Mustangs, wearing jersey number 1, Liam DeAngelis Donahue. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Somerville Highlanders. Number 1, Braden Hart. Number 3, Marcos Pineda Perez. Number 4, Jacob Medrano. Number 5, Pasquale Candolino. Number 6, Benjamin DiCarlo. Number 9, Damian Jackson. Number 11, Colin Rosas. Number 15, Joseph Giordano. Number 17, Antonio Luis. And in net for the Highlanders, wearing jersey number 19, Zach Gordon.
Hello and welcome to Somerville Highlander Boys Lacrosse on Somerville Ed TV. I'm Todd Harmon, and today the Highlanders host the Mustangs of Medford as Medford comes in 6-4 overall, 4-0 undefeated in the GBL. Highlanders 4-1 in the GBL. And so this is for the battle of the GBL's top. As the number 1 team in the GBL, the Mustangs control the face-off as they are into the offensive end. Highlanders lost to the Mustangs at Medford 16-4 earlier this season. So the Highlanders looking for the opportunity for redemption today against the Mustangs. Highlanders coming off a 10-6 loss to Saugus after a big win against Revere on the road, as Pasquale Candolino scored 6 goals in that win against Revere. Highlanders looking for the turnover here, opportunity for them. Ground ball, though, picked up by Medford, now back on the ground. Highlanders able to come away with it for just a moment. As Shane Doe trying to get that ball clean. Battled about. And finally picked up securely in the cross of Lucas Dios Goulden. Dios Goulden, one of the stronger lacrosse players on the Mustangs squad. Mustangs coming out of Division I. They are ranked number 40 in Division I in the newly released rankings. As that is in. Long shot there by Cooper Sue. Finds the back of the net behind Zach Gordon. As Cooper Sue picks up the first goal of the game. Sue, another one of the seniors on this team.
Medford goal number 3, Cooper Sue.
Very experienced Mustang squad. Highlanders only 2 seniors on their roster. That's Pasquale Candolino as well as the goalie, Zach Gordon. 9 different seniors on the Medford roster. Cooper Sue, one of those, along with Lucas Dios Goulden. Keep an eye on 22, Dios Goulden, as well as number 3. You can see the strength of Cooper Sue's shot there. So he fired that one from a good 15, 20 yards out. Face-offs will be critical here for the Highlanders. Of course, face-offs always so critical in the game of lacrosse. Medford looking for basically a make-it-take-it here if they can get the possession back on the face-off. Little equipment issue here Highlanders are dealing with. In the midfield, Ben DiCarlo on the far side. Colin Rosas here on the near side. Face-off being battled for Marcos Pineda-Perez, trying to get to that ground ball. Going to have a hold go against Medford, so the Highlanders will get the possession. Highlanders trailing 1-0. They want to make sure they have good offensive possessions as Rosas will obtain the offensive zone. Gives it off to Pasquale Candolino. Candolino, the lone senior in the field. Oh, a nice pass there by Candolino, but a great job defensively as Patrick Converse was able to knock Braden Hart's cross before he got a clean shot. Errant shot goes out of bounds. Team closest to it gets the possession. As they look for Sue there in the midfield, he gets by Rosas as he breaks into the attacking zone. Medford with a 1-0 lead. Just underway here at Dilboy Stadium. Top two teams in the GBL. Highlanders looking to tie Medford at the top of the table in the GBL. Highlanders have 8 more games remaining. Is it Giles Golden? No, strike that. That's James Montello breaking in from the far side as Montello puts that one into the back of the net. Another senior getting a goal here for Medford, and they are up 2-0 early here against the Highlanders.
Medford goal number 16, James Montello.
Pineda-Perez back into that face-off circle for the Highlanders. Battling there in the face-off circle with Reed Pacini. The Highlanders come away with it as Rosas with speed towards the offensive zone. Highlanders managed one shot and lost the possession. It was a good-looking shot on their first offensive possession, but a great defensive play by Pat Converse prevented the shot attempt. That one isn't prevented as Colin Rosas driving in puts that one right behind Liam DeAngelis Donahue. Highlanders have cut the Medford lead in half. 2-1 is your score. 9:17 remaining here in the first quarter.
Somerville goal number 11, Colin Rosas.
Effective offensive possession there for the Highlanders. Pacini for the Mustangs. Pineda-Perez for the Highlanders. As it rolls towards Pacini, and Pineda-Perez going to be called for the push-off. So Medford will get the possession. Ball here near side, Joe Russo with it. Russo back to Doyos Golden. Now Cooper Sue, we saw what he could do with that cross with his long shot. Defended there by Pineda-Perez. Gives that one up. Ball is in the air. Highlanders force the turnover, but not able to secure it as Doyos Golden able to slice through and get that ball off the ground. As Sue now drives in, fires that one, and puts it right by Zach Gordon. Sue so good with the aim of the ball out of the cross. Was able to put that one back behind Zach Gordon for his second goal of the game. 3-1 is the Medford lead.
Medford goal number 3, Cooper Sue.
Pineda-Perez and Pacini once again face-off circle. And Pineda-Perez looks to pick it up, but Sue was, strike that. That was actually Converse came in. And the foul push-off called against the Highlanders. Doyos Golden will get the restart. Shane Doe defending Doyos Golden, who spins away. Help came from Damian Jackson. Medford with a 3-1 lead. They are undefeated in the GBL. Highlanders have 8 games remaining on their schedule. They need 5 wins in those 8 games to get into the postseason this year. As Doyos Goulden down inside, shot, and it's good. As Joe Rousseau from the interior gets a nice pass there from Doyos Goulden. And Medford leads this one 4-1. 7:51 remaining here in the first quarter. Medford offense working like a machine right now. Highlander defense got to work on some adjustments.
Medford goal, number 15, Joseph Russo, with the assist to number 22, Lucas Dios Goulden.
Pineda Perez and Pacini once again in the middle. Pacini has been able to win the most of them thus far. Pineda Perez trying to get that ground ball. Tough to get to it. Has an angle for it now, but can't quite swoop it up. And coming away with it is Sue. It's Cooper Sue. Fires it over here near side. That's Gabe Kennedy with it now. Medford using the entire half of the field once they obtain that offensive area. That's the 30-yard line, the football 30-yard line. Once you get it inside that area, you can back it all the way out to football midfield. Medford stretching that Highlander defense. Driving in now. Good check there as Jackson was able to check it away. Ball cleared away, but stolen away. Great job there on the leaping grab by Camuso. Loses it out of the cross, but Medford able to pick it up. It's Pacini now. Loses it out of his cross. Good check there by Rosas. Highlanders will get it on the infraction as Rosas trying to power through. Loses the ball, but circles back to get it. So he's dealing with Converse. Far side of the field. Pass. Gets away. So he was trying to hook up on the far side of the field with Shane Doe. Doe, though, tried to take it on the short hop. Was not quite able to get it into the cross. Medford now with a 4-1 lead and the ball again. Pacini breaking in. Drops this one off. Good job there by Zach Gordon taking control of his crease. Highlanders need to transition this into their offensive end. Can't have passes like that, though. It's a very windy day out there, so long passes are going to be difficult. Wind will affect those long passes. So we have a timeout on the field. 5:54 remaining here in the first quarter. Highlanders trailing by 3 as we are a couple days into Medford week here on Somerville Ed TV. All our games this week will be against the Mustangs. Volleyball team took care of business yesterday, 3-0, sweeping the Mustangs out at Brune Fieldhouse. That moves their record to 9-5. Overall, 6-3 in the GBL. The volleyball team 1 win away from getting back into the playoffs for the second year in a row. Over on the lacrosse pitch for the girls, they played yesterday as they went up against Salem. They were able to defeat Salem yesterday, moving their record to 8-4. 5-1 in the GBL. We will have girls lacrosse here on Thursday, 4 o'clock here at Dilboy Stadium, as Medford will be in to face off against the Highlanders. Highlanders can make the playoffs today with a win at Malden. They are likely to win that game, so they will be coming in here on Thursday, facing off against Medford, already qualifying for the postseason, I believe for the 4th year in a row for the Highlanders getting into the postseason. However, they were 2 times GBL champions until last year when Medford took that away from them, and they would like an opportunity to take that GBL championship back. That will happen on Thursday as they will face off against the Mustangs. Mustangs undefeated in the GBL, much like their boys squad as well. Highlanders looking to tie things up at the top of the GBL table on Thursday in girls lacrosse. We will have coverage here on Somerville Ed TV. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, mash your buttons. Sign up for those notifications as well. You know when we get live coverage as well as whenever we post a video as well. .554 remaining here in the first quarter. Medford will get the restart. Sue brings it into the offensive zone. So they work it around behind the goal at that X position. That's Gabe Kennedy with it. Brings it here near side. Dropped out of the cross of Rousseau, but he's able to pick it up. Now Doyos Goulden. So they work it back to the top to Sue. Now Sue looks to drive the slot against Rosas. Fires that shot. Deflects off of a defender, and the rebound attempt goes wide as Milo Liu unable to find the Highlander net. Highlanders will get the possession here as Damian Jackson closest to it going out. Jackson plays this one forward, trying a long pass there. Coming up on the wrong end of it was Jacob Medrano. Now Converse, lots of speed. It's Patrick Converse. Here to the near side, drops it off with Rousseau. And they will set their offense again. As Sue out at the top. You can see again, Medford likes to stretch that offense out. Make the defense cover a lot of ground. Find some creases and some holes to run through. As Montello gives it off, Doyos Goulden, his shot goes wide, well defended there. Damian Jackson was able to get in the way of that shot. Possession stays with the Mustangs. As Liu was back there closest to it, but he loses it out of the cross. That's going to go out of bounds, and the Highlanders will get it. Good job defensively there by Antonio Lewis. Now the Highlanders once again trying to get it into their offensive zone. They've had some difficulty here. Damian Jackson, he's going to try to run it through that neutral area. Gets up to midfield, fires it forward. They're into the zone. Not yet. They have not actually gotten into the zone. They need it to step in, and they do. Heady play there by Shane Doe. He recognized that Hart had not established the zone. Now Braden has it. Gives it off to Candelino, near side. He's got Reese Tierney behind the net in the X. Tierney defended closely there, checked by Camuso. Whistle sound, flag is out. I believe Camuso is going to have to take a seat. Highlanders will have a man advantage here. Cross check is going to be the call. So the Highlanders have the man advantage. As Camuso called for that against Reese Tierney. Now, Highlanders up a man, Candelino at the X, gives it to Hart. Hart looks for the shot all the way across the goal mouth. Highlanders will keep the possession as Tierney was out there. Again, on an errant shot, team with the player closest when it goes out of bounds gets the possession. That's why it's important to hustle after those passes, even if you don't get them. There's now Doe with it. Gets it down to Candelino behind the net. Back to Doe. Doe with the underhanded shot. What a shot there! Shane Doe puts it into the back of the net. Little underhanded number by Doe. Gets it by DeAngelis Donahue. And the Highlanders are down 4-2 here in the first quarter.
Solo goal number 8, Shane Doe.
Highlanders able to find the back of the net, making it a 4-2 game. Looking for the possession here is Pineda Perez in the face-off circle against Pacini. Pacini rolls it behind him and picks it up. Well played there. Actually, strike that. Oh, yeah, it was Pacini. It's Pacini now. Defended by Pineda Perez, will establish the zone, but he loses it out of his cross. Good check there by Ben DiCarlo. Ground ball picked up, though, as Montello has it. DiCarlo out there making himself a menace. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go back to Medford. They're going to say DiCarlo touched it last. Now Doyos Golden, as he establishes the zone, looking for the pass. Good job there by Damian Jackson as he blocks it. He's on the rush now through the neutral area. Looking to get it to Braden Hart. Hart having trouble picking it up. And it winds up in the cross of Converse. Or strike that, Cooper Sue. As Sue establishes the zone. Drops it back out to Montello. Doyos Golden once again. 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 4-2 is the Medford lead as they look to add to it with this possession. As Gabe Kennedy spinning, trying to get a shot off, gets sandwiched between the Highlander defenders, but that gets into the back of the net as he was able to push through as Giordano was trying to check him. Just a lot of power shown there by Gabe Kennedy as he picks up the goal. 4 different Mustangs have scored so far here in this first quarter. 5-2, the Mustang lead.
Goal number 20, Gabriel Kennedy.
Pineda Perez looks to pick this one up. Can't quite get it. Doyle Goulden comes along, snaps it right up, drops it down. Good block there in front of the net. I believe that was, let's see here, that was Giordano who was able to block that for the Highlanders. This is all the way back if it gets over midfield. The ball does not, but the player does, so that will be a turnover to the Highlanders as Pacini couldn't quite corral that ball. Highlanders down by 3, 1:25 remaining here in the first quarter. They get another offensive possession here. Don't want to lose it on the pass forward, but they do. Reese Tierney unable to address that pass. A lot of Highlanders trying to play the ball on short hops. Not going to be able to get it in the cross very efficiently. If you're playing on the short hop, you see these passes by Medford there going to the player. Highlanders need to be more sure with their passing. Now Montello with it. Montello loses it out of the cross. Jackson trying to get a hold of it. Ground ball bandied about, comes out. As they drop it all the way back to Cooper Sue, he saves it before it gets back out of play. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Sue to Pacini. Back to Sue. Just feel like Sue's going to make a run here right up the alleyway. He turns the corner, fires that one, and scores again. Cooper Sue with a natural hat trick with 23 seconds remaining here in the first quarter as he puts his third one into the Highlander net. 6-2 now the Medford lead.
Medford's goal, number 3, Cooper Sue.
Critical here for the Highlanders. They don't want to take a gut punch, another goal here. So they don't want Medford to grab a possession, to sneak one out here with 23 seconds remaining. It's Pacini and Pineda Perez. Pineda Perez looking to get that one off the ground. Can't quite get the ground ball. There we go. Picked up by Shane Doe as he's into the attacking zone. 13 seconds remaining. Highlanders have to work quick. It's Doe looking for a shot. Will fire. That one goes wide of the net. 5 seconds remaining. Highlanders keep possession as Candolino will pick this one up. Restart. 5 seconds remaining. Pasquale comes out from X. Might try to shoot. He does. Whips that one right through the crease and across the goal mouth wide. And that will do it for the first quarter of play as the Highlanders trail the Mustangs of Medford by the score of 6-2 here at Dill Boys Stadium. Want to talk more about what we've got going on here in the spring. We've got senior games coming up, senior days coming up here in spring athletics. Also, lots of playoffs will be coming up as well. Baseball, they were at Lynn Classical yesterday at Frazier Field. They ended up losing in that game 11-3, unfortunately, taking their first GBL loss of the season. They will be back in action tomorrow on Wednesday. We'll have coverage of that game, 4 o'clock at Trum Field, as the Medford Mustangs will be in the face-off against the Highlanders. The Mustangs, reigning GBL champions, but they find themselves currently in 4th place. Highlanders, 1 game up on Malden and Lynn Classical, followed by Medford in 4th. So the Highlanders have a situation where they can solidify themselves a bit more in the first place before they play Malden the following week, hosting Malden. And on top of that, they will also have the opportunity to get into the postseason. After they missed out on the postseason last year, I know Coach O'Donnell wants to get them back into that postseason. And a win tomorrow against Medford, and the Highlanders baseball team back into the MIAA playoffs if they come away with the win. So this week we've got the opportunity. Volleyball team has a game at Everett, on Wednesday. A win there gets them into the postseason. Girls lacrosse, they're at Malden right now as we speak. A win there gets them into the playoffs. And then tomorrow, the baseball team has the opportunity to defeat Medford and secure a place in the postseason as well. So all kinds of excitement going on here in Highlander Nation in the spring. Make sure you're keeping track of it by mashing your buttons. Like, share, subscribe, sign up for your notifications as well. Make sure you know when we posted our videos, when we have special live coverage, as well as any sort of special clips that we post as well. There's a great short on YouTube of a Preston Ardolino 2-run shot from Trum Field last week. Really fun watching that. It was a great game as well as the Highlanders came away with the win. We'll be back at Trum Field tomorrow. Tyler Orrego joining me there as we cover the Highlanders versus the Mustangs all this week on Somerville Ed TV. Back underway here in the second quarter. Highlanders come away with that face-off as Pineda Perez into the attacking zone, spins, fires, hits that one wide. Reese Tierney was back at X, so the Highlanders will keep possession as Candelino will get the restart. Highlanders trail by 4. Candelino. Possession goes over to Medford. I think they're going to call Candelino for fending off with his free arm. So now Pacini gets into the attacking zone for Medford with the pass. Nice job there. As I believe Ben DiCarlo got the cross, the long cross out there. But once again, Doyas Goulden flashes in, able to take the ball off the ground. Now Cooper Sue. He's got 3 goals already for Medford. See, they've got 2 players back at X. Now one of them comes out, but you see how they spread that defense out, looking for creases, as that's going to be a moving screen called against Pacini. Similar to the call in a basketball game. Moving screen right there. Highlanders will get it as Rosas now, using his speed as he's able to get through the midfield area. Highlanders have it in the attacking zone, trailing by 4. Shane Doe, top of the slot, looks for the pass. Flag thrown, as Pat Converse is going to get called for the cross-check. He already knows it. He's heading over to the box. Highlanders already had the man advantage one time in the first quarter, were not able to score with it. See if they can do it here. Braden Hart out wide. He'll get the restart around the football 20-yard line. Hart goes back to X with it. Now Candolino again. We'll see when the restart will happen. The ref grabbing his flag. Now Rosas, top of the alleyway, fires that one down. Goes wide into the soccer net. Candolino closest though. Highlanders maintain possession. Now Pasquale with it. As they work it around, Rosas looks for the shot again. That one gets blocked and taken away. Great job by Carter Charon. And Charon now. As a timeout is called by Medford. 10:03 remaining here in the half. Highlanders trailing 6-2. Medford will have possession when play resumes. As we are about to get underway here, Medford will have the ball as Sue obtains the offensive zone. Ben DiCarlo trying to check it away from Sue using that long cross. A little change here for Medford as they move Sue from the top of the slot all the way back to X. Sue works it out wide. Now Russo. He'll look to drive in using his body there against Damian Jackson. Jackson does a nice job. He's able to get it out of the cross. Russo trying to save it before it goes out, but can't. Highlanders will get the turnover. Highlanders have had some good offensive possession time here in the second quarter, but have not been able to find the back of the net here in the second quarter. Trailing 6-2, Damian Jackson trying to get through, but loses the ball as it's checked away. Gabe Kennedy with it. As Kennedy gives it to Sue. Sue checked by DiCarlo. Keeps the ball though and into the attacking zone. Fires that one, goes wide to the near side. Highlanders closest to it. Good job by Zach Gordon as he was able to break out of his crease quickly to earn that possession for the Highlanders. Antonio Lewis now. Gives it to Jackson. Highlanders have had some difficulty transitioning to the offensive end as Jackson now passes it forward. Nice job there as he gets it to Candolino. Candolino now trying to get it to Braden Hart, but stolen away. As Carter Charon once again able to poke the ball right out of the air. Pass goes downfield, out of bounds though for Medford, so the Highlanders will get it back. Highlanders trailing by 4 need to turn some of these possessions into goals. They've had most of the offensive possession so far here in the second quarter. As Jackson now. Jackson will have to obtain the zone himself. He'll pull it back, looking to drop it to Rosas, and he does. Now Doe with it. So Highlanders spreading their offensive attack out quite a bit as well. Doe goes to Rosas. Near side, it's Reese Tierney. Back to Candolino at X. Candolino, defended by Morris. Drops it to Rosas. Skip pass to Colin. Fires that one, goes up over the crossbar. Highlanders will keep possession as Reese Tierney was back at X. He'll get the restart. Tierney with Camuso coming right after him. Drops it off. Candolino now far side. Highlanders looking for a crease here for Candolino. He fires that one. Tough angle shot. Bounces off of the defense. So I believe Montello deflected off of him. Highlanders will get it. Tierney once again back at X. Tierney loses it out of the back of the cross, but recovers. then loses it again out of bounds. Camuso, I should say, right on him very tightly. Turnover goes to Medford. Highlanders, lots of offensive zone time here in the second quarter, but not finding the net. As Sue now with speed drops that one as Montello has it near side. Montello looks for the shot, goes wide to the far side. Kennedy back there for Medford. They will keep the possession. So they work it all the way back here to the near side. That's Montello with it, gives it back to Doyos Goulden. Doyos Goulden off the screen from Sue. Fires that one and finds the near side. As Doyos Goulden had yet to find the back of the net, he just did to go with his assist earlier in the game. 6:03 remaining here in the half. Highlanders trailing 7-2 as the Mustangs are showing their offensive efficiency.
Medford goal, number 22, Lucas Dios Goulden.
Back to the face-off circle, Pacini and Pineda Perez. Pacini able to come up with it, although he goes down to the turf and loses the ball. Comes rolling out, and Ben DiCarlo will get it. Or strike that, Shane Doe's got it. That is DiCarlo with a long cross. Carlo unable to hold on to it with that long cross. Now Sue drops it off. Right on the doorstep was Dominic Lyons, and the sophomore picks up the goal. As Sue will pick up the assist. Highlanders just fell asleep at the switch that time on the transition as Sue got the ball, drove into the attacking zone, dropped it off, and the sophomore Dominic Lyons was able to put it back behind Zach Gordon. 8-2 now the lead for Medford. Timeout on the field, 5:39 remaining in the half.
Number 4, Dominic.
We are back at Dilboy Stadium. We'll have a face-off after that fast break goal by the Mustangs. Tremendous work there by Cooper Sue. Highlanders, though, fall asleep at the switch as Sue takes the ball through the midfield area, drops it off with the sophomore Dominic Lyons right outside the goalie crease as he puts it in. 8-2, the Medford lead, 5:38 remaining. Great job there by Pineda Perez as he earns the possession for the Highlanders, but then gives it right away with a poor pass to Reese Tierney. So the Highlanders have struggled with that final pass into the attacking zone. A lot of short hops that they've been trying to play. There's a great example of what the Highlanders have done, and Highlanders will benefit this time. No, they will not, as Cooper Sue comes flying down the field. Candelino was taking a Sunday stroll to get it, and Cooper Sue came out and stole it right away. That one stolen away by the Highlanders as Antonio Lewis loses it out of that long cross, though. Highlanders just struggling with control of the ball and the passing. They've had some good offensive zone possession here in this second quarter, but they've not been able to cash it in as they've been held scoreless here in the second quarter while Medford has put 2 in. See the short, effective passing there as they're able to get it into the zone. Montello carries it in. Goes all the way back to X. Defended by Pineda Perez. He goes down to the ground. Keeps it in the cross, though. And now Sue will have it. See again, Sue backing out, stretching that defense, looking for creases. Observe as well the movement you're seeing from Medford as Dios Goulden driving in, left, right, out front. Nice block as Giordano was able to get in there with the cross and block the shot attempt by Rusa. Do you see Medford? They don't have the ball. They're moving without the ball. Lots of movement, lots of motion. spreading that defense out, finding creases, finding passing lanes. Highlanders offense, when we get the chance to see them on the offensive end, we're not going to see as much movement, more than likely at least, as that pass gets over the head of Gabe Kennedy. Highlanders will get it on the turnover. 4:06 remaining here in the half. Giordano getting things started for the Highlanders in the defensive zone. See Medford stationed there, ready to attack the passing lanes. Damian Jackson trying to run through now, as Jackson goes down to the turf, as Montello picks up the ground ball. Now Montello into the attacking zone. And Medford will set up that offense. Montello, though, decides he wants to break, looking for the shot. Black there by Zach Gordon. Nice job by Gordon as he kicks it aside. Medford will get the restart as Kennedy looking for a ball. And there we go. 3:30 remaining in the half. Medford with a 6-goal lead, looking to build on it. Is Kennedy looking to use his strength, driving right in, still didn't lose the ball, finally lost it out of the cross, but picked up by Montello. And Montello gets it back out to Sue, now Doyos Goulden. Doyos Goulden turned away, back to Sue. Now Barrett. Or Montello, strike that. Works it back out to Russo. You see the movement there in front of the net as Doyos Goulden shifting. Sue looking to take advantage. Nice defense here by Shane Doe on Sue, but Sue sidesteps and just a lightning quick shot by Cooper Sue. Gets that one by Zach Gordon. That's 4 goals in this game by Cooper Sue. 2:34 remaining here in the first half. Highlanders have been shut out here in the second quarter. They trail 9-2.
Goal number 3, Cooper Sue.
Pineda Perez able to win the faceoff. Nice job there. Drops that one off. Reese Tierney comes in, fires that one. Left-handed shot. Misses to the near side. Highlanders closest to it. They will get the restart as Candelino starts it. Candelino out of X. Looks for the shot. Fires that one. Great job in net by DeAngelis Donahue. Liam DeAngelis Donahue, the freshman, makes the save. And now Cooper Sue showing his speed, able to get by Candelino. Rosas giving him some space. Obtains the offensive zone. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Medford going to work here.
Wesley, I think they're looking for you on the sideline, man.
As Sue holding on to the ball, minute 35 remaining. Sue looking to start the attack. Nice check there by Rosas as he gets it out of Sue's cross. And now you see Rosas with the speed downfield as Colin is into the attacking zone. Good job by Doyos Goulden as he was able to prevent Rosas from cutting in. Now Braden Hart will get it. Minute 15 remaining. Now watch the Highlander offense, specifically in front of the net. Pineda Perez is there. He's defended by Sue. Not a lot of movement we're seeing off the ball.
In the second quarter, 1 minute.
And trying to break in. Good check there by Tierney on Sue. Sue with the behind the back pass. Rolls it downfield. Picked up there by Rousseau as Medford has another opportunity on the offensive end. Rousseau being checked by Lewis. As Lewis looking to get that ball away. He's got it on the ground, trying to pick it up. Shuffles it away. all the way back to the other side. And that's over and back. Highlanders will get the possession. 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They've been shut out in this quarter so far. As Rosas takes it, top of the slot, fires! They're not shut out anymore here in the second quarter as Colin Rosas gets his second goal of the game. Highlanders now trail 9-3. 17.8 seconds remaining in the half.
Score number 11, Colin Rosas.
As Pineda Perez has the opportunity here to earn the possession back for the Highlanders in these last 17 seconds. And Pineda Perez can't quite get it up off the ground. And Medford able to come away with it. Caden Williams as well couldn't quite get it. Now Cooper Sue, watch out as Sue fires that one. That goes wide of the net. Restart will be to Medford, but that's basically going to be it for this first half of play. 0.4 seconds remaining. Highlanders trailing 9-3, trailed 6-2 after the first quarter. Highlanders had some nice offensive zone time, a good amount of offensive zone time there in that second quarter, but only one goal to show for it as Medford extended their lead, scoring 3 in the second quarter. And that will do it for the first half of play. We will be back for second half action from GBL Boys Stadium on Somerville EdTV. We are back at GBL Boys Stadium on Somerville EdTV. Todd Harmon here as the Mustangs of Medford looking to solidify themselves and basically secure the GBL championship with a victory here against the Highlanders. They lead 9-3 as we open up play here in the second half. Cooper Sue, he's been the story for the Mustangs as you see him scoop the ball up right there in his cross. Number 3, Cooper Sue, 4 goals and an assist for the Mustangs. So he's been involved in over half of the Mustang goals. Lucas Dios Goulden, number 22, another excellent player. He's got a goal and an assist in the game also. Medford now with the 6-goal lead, taking their time here, getting their offense set up the way they'd like. So they have it near side here. Rousseau gets it back into the X position. That's Gabe Kennedy with it. So they work it around. Dominic Lyons able to drop that off to Sue. Sue back out to Dios Goulden. Now, Dios Goulden looking to break down the slot. Looks for the goal. Blocked on the goal line and held up. Nice job there by Zach Gordon. He kept that one out of the net, didn't he? Official says no goal. So good job there by Zach Gordon. Highlanders looking for their 4th goal of the game, looking to cut into this 6-goal lead. As the pass finds Braden Hart. Nice job by Hart to get it into the cross. Drops it down to Candelino. Candelino sliding across. Avoids the check coming in from Nick Morris and is able to pick up the goal for the Highlanders. That's how they wanted to start things here in the second half as they cut into that 6-goal lead.
Somerville score number 5, Pasquale Candelino with the assist to number 1, Braden Hart.
Hart gets the assist on that play as he found Candelino on the near side of the crease. Great job by Candelino sliding away from the check attempt of Nick Morris and finding a way past DeAngelis Donahue. Pineda Perez looking to get it into the cross. Sue's right there. He's so good at picking up those ground balls, as is Dios Goulden. Pineda Perez still battling there. Dias Goulden now has a shot at it maybe. Rosas battling around as well, but there's Sue picking it up. Now Cooper Sue gets it into the attacking zone, dropping it to Dominic Lyons. Spacini with it. Comes near side to Rousseau. Damian Jackson on Rousseau. Rousseau thinking about powering through, gets turned away. It's Ben DiCarlo now looking to check it away. Pass goes to Sue. Sue looking for a shot. Fires that one and finds the outside, not the inside of the net. Zach Gordon had a nice angle there. He was also well defended. Colin Rosas was right there. Now Lewis looking for DiCarlo. DiCarlo trying to get the ball into it, that long cross, or move the ball downfield as it rolls all the way down, but picked up by Nick Morris for Medford. His pass, though, goes out of bounds. Highlanders will get the restart as it comes to Colin Rosas at midfield. Highlanders 1 goal here already in the second half. Trailing 9-4. Braden Hart drops it back to Shane Doe. Doe at the top of the slot. Defended by Sue. Doe plays it back to Rosas. Colin will fire from there. And that one gets into the cross of DeAngelis Donahue. Good job by the freshman. So he's able to get that into that big netting. Well, Highlanders trying to forecheck here, get the ball away from Morris. Forces a pass, a difficult pass to be handled. As Charon unable to pick it up, Highlanders will get it. But then forced out of bounds. Goes over. Medford with the restart. Sue driving right in. He'll look for the shot. Fires that one wide. Gordon. Good reaction there by Zach Gordon. He was in a race with Rousseau and won it. Highlanders get the possession back. 7:45 remaining here in the third quarter. There's now Damian Jackson with it. Once he gets to the correct location, he will get to restart, and he does. Highlanders have struggled a bit in the transition game. Rosas cutting forward. Jackson around Rousseau. Pass it in the middle of the field. Reese Tierney sent down hard by Camuso. Highlanders will get the ball after that push-off by Camuso. It's Tierney with the restart. Feeds it back to Rosas. Rosas. Defended by Converse. All the way back out. It's now Shane Doe with it. Back over for Rosas. It's Converse looking to defend Rosas on any cuts. Here comes Rosas. Pulls it back out. Goes back to X to Candelino. Candelino's got Hart here on the near side. Drops it off to him. Hart. Back out to the top to Shane Doe. It's Doe now. Driving in. Plays that one back. Reese Tierney with it now. Or strike that, Matt Costa with it. Costa gives that one up to Doe. Highlanders trying to find a way through this Medford defense. Candelino. Goal line extended here on the near side. Thought about dropping it with Hart. Instead goes the other way. Now Candelino has it again. Being checked by Morris. Pasquale. Trying to square Morris up. Morris checks the ball away. As it is rolling here on the near side. Sideline picked up there by Montello. It's Montello into the attacking zone. Drops it down. Right in front of the net's Rousseau. Great job there by Gordon as he knocks that one aside. As Kennedy found Rousseau in front of the net. Gordon able to stop him. 5:40 remaining in the third quarter. Highlanders looking for a stop here as Kennedy brings it out, drops it to Rousseau. Rousseau gets by Jackson. Ball out of the cross there. Being chased down as Antonio Lewis picks it up. It's Lewis looking downfield, wants to connect up. Looking for Matt Costa. Costa trying to play that on that short hop. It's not going to work. They've been trying that short hop up into the attacking zone every single time. Medford gets it away and comes back with a fast break. Rousseau loses it, but Sue picks it right up. Watch out, Cooper Sue! And he fires that one in. As Cooper Sue gets his 5th goal of the game. 5:01 remains in the third quarter. The Medford lead back to 6.
Medford goal number 3, Cooper Sue.
Pacini and Pineda Perez once again at midfield. Highlanders need to get some offense going here and figure out a way to stop number 3 as well. As Cooper Sue, a one-man wrecking crew, 5 goals in the game. Dias Goulden able to come away with it. Drops that one off. Spinning. Kennedy didn't lose the ball. How in the world did he keep control of that ball as he spun out in front of the Highlander crease between 3 Highlander defenders, kept the ball in the cross, oriented himself and fired it right in behind Zach Gordon for the goal. 11-4, now your Medford lead.
Medford goal number 20, Gabriel Kennedy.
Timeout going to be taken by the Highlanders. As head coach Chuck Graham wants to talk things over. 4:40 remains in the third quarter. Highlanders trailing by 7. We'll take this break with them here on Somerville Ed TV. Back here at Dilboy Stadium on Somerville Ed TV. 4:40 remaining in the third quarter. Highlanders trailing by 7. It's the wind blowing out here at Dilboy. Strong wind, which is, of course, another difficulty I think the Highlanders are dealing with. Game plan-wise, they tend to pass the ball, especially their entry passes into the attacking zone are the longer passes that they make. And this wind is really causing that ball to move around a lot, I'm sure. It's Pineda Perez and Pacini in the face-off circle. Pacini looking to pick up the ground ball. Can't quite do it, but coming along and grabbing it is Montello. Medford now with the lead and possession. 7-goal lead and possession as Montello's into the attacking zone. Montello thinks about it, pulls it back, gives it off to Rousseau. Pacini now out to the far side. That's Lyons. Picks up the ground ball after it bounced out of his cross. Back to Montello. Montello fires that one. He's able to get it by Gordon. Montello picking up his 2nd goal of the game. Medford's so difficult to handle in terms of those shots. Sue scored from the other side, almost the same exact location from that football 25-yard line.
James Montello.
So 15 yards off the goal line. Medford's so good at those side slings, bouncing the ball right by Zach Gordon. As Pineda Perez picks up the faceoff. Highlanders down by 8 now. Pineda Perez into the attacking zone. He's thinking about heading towards the slot, but he loses control. Ball is out, handled by the Mustangs as they play it down. Camuso passes it on down to Lyons. Lions will pull it back. 3:25 remaining here in the third quarter. So we're getting another Medford possession here. Dias Goulden gives it off to Pacini. Over here to the near side to Rousseau. Now Medford taking their time with their offensive possessions. Dias Goulden lost that, but was able to get it before it hit midfield. Now Dias Goulden off the screen from Sue. Plays it back to Sue. Pacini gets the screen there from Lyons for a moment. Drops it back with Lyons, but it ends up with Sue. And Sue now. Fake the shot, goes in, fires it off the side of the net. Picked up on behind at the X position there by Kennedy. Kennedy gives it back to Sue. Sue now at X. Colin Rosas defending him. Sue speeds by Rosas. Double team comes. Gordon gets the block. Now Sue again picks it up, fires that one towards the net, goes wide. As Sue was checked right after he released that, Shane Doe sent him down to the turf. Highlanders will get the ball as Jackson will pick it up. 2:07 remaining in the third quarter. Highlanders scored the first goal of this third quarter, but have been held silent since then. As Doe plays that forward to Hart. Now Braden Hart has to get past that 30-yard line. He has not yet. Did he? Yes, he did. John Ramirez into the game. Ramirez's pass, though, stolen away by Pacini. As Pacini into the attacking zone, drops to Rousseau. Rousseau plays it out to Sue. Now Montello has it far side. Spinning away from his defender. Fires that one towards the net. Zach Gordon winds up with it in the big netting. Good save there by Zach. Rosas tried to get that pass from Lewis, but ends up with Medford. Now Rousseau in front of the net. Nice job by Damian Jackson checking him and keeping him from shooting. Now Sue. Sue fakes the shot. He'll drive in looking for an easier one. That one is no good. Blocked by Zach Gordon. Montello was closest to it, so he will pick it up. 39 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Montello drops it with Rousseau, but Rousseau didn't get it into the cross. And taken away there, Jonathan Ramirez with it now. It's Ramirez showing his speed. We've seen it from the football pitch. Now we see him out here in lacrosse as Ramirez drops it back to Braden Hart. Hart secures it in the cross. 8 seconds remaining. Braden's got to find something to do with this ball. 4 seconds left. I don't know whether he's aware of that. So he passes that one off, and that will do it for the third quarter of play. Highlanders trailing as we move to the fourth quarter, 12-4. As we will be back for fourth quarter action here on Somerville Ed TV. Back at Dilboy Stadium. Highlanders trailing the Mustangs of Medford by the score of 12-4 as we move to the fourth quarter of play. These are without a doubt the two best teams in the GBL in boys lacrosse. And Medford showing all the world today that they are the better of these two teams as their cross work has been excellent. Their passing has been on point. And Cooper Sioux has been unstoppable with 5 goals here for the Mustangs. Highlanders with the offensive possession here, trailing by 8. They would need a flood of goals here in the fourth quarter to get back in this game. As Candolino has it. Being defended out there by Nick Morris as he flashes past Morris. Gets by Goulden. Fires that one towards the net. Goes wide. Highlanders are closest to it. Tough angle there for Candolino. Once he took that shot, he was at about the 15-yard line, football 15-yard line. We've seen Medford really good shots from about the football 25-yard line. A little bit of a better angle there, but their defense forced Candolino down a little farther, and that's a tougher angle. As Doe now has the top of the slot. Doe trying to get by Sioux. Fires that one along the ground, goes wide to the near side. Highlanders keep possession. Reese Tierney back there at the X position. Or strike that, that's Matt Costa. It's Costa now. Loses it out of the cross, Candolino picks it up. Candolino drops that one to Doe. Doe's shot goes off the side, netting and out. Highlanders closest. So Costa will get the restart for Somerville. Highlanders making some offensive changes, bringing on Colin Rosas. Colin with 2 goals in this game. It's Candolino now. Trying to deal with Nick Morris. Gets around Morris. Fires that one. Another really tough angle shot there from Candolino. As the double team was coming on quickly. In the form of number 1, Carter Charon. Costa will restart here, 10:06 remaining in the game. Costa drops that one with Braden Hart. Hart back at X. Shane Doe brings it here to Rosas. Colin Rosas. We've got Ramirez working in front of the net. Rosas, goal line extended near side. Defended out there. Now Sioux trying to get the ball away, and it winds up in the cross of Converse, Patrick Converse, but he couldn't quite keep hold of it. He's able to get that though, but the push-off is going to be called against Camuso. Highlanders will get the ball back, 9:25 remaining in the game. Rosas with Converse on him. Passes it to Doe. Doe inside for Ramirez as Jonathan tries to spin away from his defender. Pacini sent him down to the turf. Short hop, unable to be handled that time by Lions. See Medford not able to handle those short hops towards the offensive zone as well. Highlanders have been trying to enter the zone that way throughout this game. They've turned it over pretty much every time they've tried that. Ramirez couldn't get it in the cross. Doe backs him up. Doe had Hart cutting. Decided to pull it back. Now Rosas with it. Top of the slot. Gets the screen. He'll drive in. Fires that one across the goal mouth wide. Candelino closest to it. Highlanders keep possession. 8:35 remaining in the game. Restart here for Candelino. Pineda Perez sneaks back into the offensive zone for the Highlanders. Also Leo Fash out there, number 14. Rosas now. Looks to drive in. Defended by Camuso. Drops it with Braden Hart. Hart now, working with the screen from Rosas. 8 minutes remaining in the game. Highlanders on the offensive side. As Hart fires that one, gets blocked all the way back into the Medford offensive side. As Gabe Kennedy has it, he'll establish the zone and pull it back. Medford in no rush. They lead by 8. 7:40 remaining in the game. Pacini works it to Russo. Now Sue with it. Cooper Sue fires that one, blocked by Gordon. Great job by Zach in the net. Now Damian Jackson. Damian, long pass downfield. Could not be handled. Highlanders have got to be more sure on their possessions here. Opportunity, though, for the Highlanders. Cash Hardy chasing this one down. Can't quite get it off the ground. Guess who does? Cooper Sue does. As now Sue's got speed in the attacking zone. Good job there by Antonio Lewis as he meets him and stops his rush. But Pacini will fire that one or strike that. That's Montello firing that one. Flag is down. Goal is good. And we're going to have a foul called against the Highlanders. So Montello picks up the hat trick. That's his third goal of the game. Highlanders now trail by 9.
Perfect goal number 16, James Montello.
And Braden Hart as well as Antonio Lewis in the penalty box for the Highlanders. 2-man advantage for Medford. So Highlanders need to get somebody out to take this face-off. Ben DiCarlo going to slot in with that huge cross. I don't think I've seen the long cross used on a face-off. The ball rolling towards the Highlander offensive end, but Sue able to grab it. As Cooper Sue obtains the attacking zone. Sue has been tremendous today. 5 goals in this game to go along with an assist. Lucas Dios-Goulden directing traffic. Gets it to Pacini. Now Dios-Goulden near side, back to Pacini. Mustangs taking their time with a 9-goal lead. Rousseau, far side, drops it back to Sue. As they work it around, Pacini thinks about it, drops it to Dios-Goulden. Back to Pacini. Pacini, one of the few offensive players without a goal in this game. So, you know, number 18 would like to fire 1 or 2 off here in these last 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Lions drops it with Dios-Goulden. There's Sue with the shot. Stayed in the cross too long, didn't release out of his cross cleanly, ended up on the far side of the net and out. Highlanders will get it. 5:35 remaining in the game. As I mentioned, Highlanders have 8 games, including this one remaining in the season. They'll have 7 left after this one. Highlanders need 5 wins in those 7 games in order to qualify for postseason play in boys lacrosse. tough matchups coming up for the Highlanders. They'll have Lynn Classical here. That'll be senior day. Otherwise known as Pasquale Candelino and Zach Gordon Day. As Sue into the attacking zone for Medford. Close in on 5 minutes remaining in this game. Sue, what a pass there as he finds the cutter. That cutter was Gabe Kennedy, and Kennedy now has a hat trick as well as he finishes his third goal of the game. Cooper Sue, his second assist to go along with his 5 goals, and it's a 10-goal lead for Medford.
Medford goal number 20, Gabriel Kennedy, with the assist to number 3, Cooper Sue.
Face off here. As Cash Hardy getting the opportunity in the face-off circle. Caden Williams looking to pick that one up, unable to. Medford comes away with it. As now Gabe Kennedy has it in his cross. Gets it back to Pacini and over to Dios Goulden. Pacini will play it back out to Dios Goulden. 4.5 minutes remaining in the game. Lucas Dios Goulden driving in. Rosas pushing him off. Now Sue. Cooper Sue, 5 goals in the game. Might be looking for number 6. As he cuts in. Nice job defensively by the Highlanders as Giordano cut him off. Caden Williams on him initially. Now Pacini. Turned aside by Cash Hardy. Under 4 minutes remain. Rousseau now. Rousseau will power through. He's gotten a few goals that way as he powers in. Nice job as Giordano came in along with Jackson, keeping Rousseau from getting a clean look at that one. Now Kennedy with it. Kennedy defended by Giordano. Gets in front of the net, fires that one. Gordon. Good job by Zach as he's able to stop that point-blank shot from Kennedy. Now Lewis with it. Looking for Rosas. Tierney unable to get it in his cross. Rosas trying to chase it down. Lines up with Medford. Sue unable to cleanly get that ball. So Tierney will get the restart. Nope, Sue will get the restart. Last to touch it was Tierney. 3:03 remaining in the game. Yeah, Somerville's ball. I was confused there for a moment because it looked for all the world like Tierney had not touched it, and he did not. So the Highlanders keep possession as Reese Tierney. Cuts in. Goes down to the turf. Flag is down. 2 minutes for tripping. So Highlanders will have the man advantage for 2 minutes. They've had the man advantage twice this game, have not been able to get a goal during those moments. Trailing 14-4 here. Medford held the Highlanders to 4 at Medford earlier this season. Rosas drops that one off. Shane Doe now with it, top of the alleyway. Pulls it back, Rosas now. It's Colin looking for some sort of action. Rosas back to Hart. Hart will fire that one, goes wide of the net. Highlanders closest to it as Reese Tierney was there. They will maintain possession, 2:24 remaining in the game. Doe tried to skip pass all the way down to the far side goal line, extended where Pasquale Candelino was. Stolen away, though, picked right out of the air by Carter Charon. And Charon loses control as he tried to drop it to Dominic Lyons. Highlanders have it back as Shane Doe now. Under 2 minutes remaining in the game. Doe into the offensive zone. There's that pass over to Candelino as Pasquale puts that one into the back of the net. As Candelino picks up his second goal of the game. Assist goes to Shane Doe on that one.
Solo goal number 5, Pasquale Candelino with the assist to number 8, Shane Doe.
14-5 now your score. Minute 47 remaining in the game. Cash Hardy in the face-off circle, battling with Pacini. Ball on the ground. Who will get it? Sue picks up the ground ball again. Now watch out, Cooper Sue. Medford's got numbers. Sue fires that one, goes wide. Minute 30 remaining in the game. Russo will get the restart here. She gets it over to Kennedy. Kennedy now with it. Out to Dias Goulden. Pacini now. 1 minute left. I think Medford just content to hold this ball out and take their win. Dias Goulden being defended there by Luke Avakian. Medford will move their record to 7-4 on the season, 5-0 in GBL play. Highlanders will drop to 4-6 on the season, 4-2 in GBL play. As I said, 7 games remaining in the year. Highlanders need to win 5 of them. As Damian Jackson steals that ball away, 18 seconds left as he goes for the attacking zone. He's got Reese Tierney wide open. Tierney with the pass to Candelino. Candelino with a shot, and it's good. As Reese Tierney will pick up the assist, Candelino will pick up the hat trick today with his third goal. 8.3 remains. 14-6 is the Medford lead.
Reese Tierney.
It's a nice look there by Tierney as he found Candelino on the other side of the crease. Great trigger pull by Pasquale as he was able to quickly get that ball redirected towards the net. Hardy battling in the face-off circle. Cash Hardy coming away with it. And it will go back over, I think, to Medford. It's the infraction called against Hardy. Cooper Sue wants one more look at it, fires that one wide as time expires, and that will do it. As Medford wins this one by the score of 14-6. Cooper Sue, 5 goals in the game, 2 assists as well. Hat tricks for James Montello and Gabe Kennedy for the Mustangs as well. Over on the Highlander side, Pasquale Candelino, a hat trick for him as he scored 3. Colin Rosas, 2 goals for the Highlanders. Shane Doe with 1. Reese Tierney added an assist. Doe as well had an assist, and that will do it. So the Highlanders drop down to 4-6 overall. They need 5 wins in their remaining 7 games to get to the postseason. We'll keep track of that for you here on Somerville Ed TV as the Highlanders move on to the second half of their schedule here on the lacrosse pitch. Don't forget, we've got baseball coming up tomorrow, girls lacrosse coming up on Thursday as we continue Medford Week here on Somerville Ed TV. I want to say thank you very much for everybody watching at home. Thank you very much, Bill Trudell on camera. Joe Constantine, he is our director. My name is Todd Harmon, and you have been watching Somerville Highlander Boys Lacrosse on Somerville Ed TV.